folks, welcome back. We're going to call this one a provoking episode of Whining About Pest Control. I am Shelby Hartzer of 360 Pest Consulting, and we're kind of getting towards that busy season of pest control. Getting warmer out there, the calls are coming in, and some of those calls are going to be asking for green pest control. So today, I'm whining about green, and in honor of green pest control, I'm drinking a Vino Verde. Cheers. One of my favorite summer wines. Green, all natural, organic, no chemical, whatever you want to call it, whatever words your customers are using, we should know what we're talking about here. So, what does green really mean? Really, it doesn't mean anything. We know that we have some of those customers that are the don't kill it, don't use any nasty chemicals, I'm allergic to pesticides. And we've got the DIYers. They've already spread cinnamon all over their pantry, they've spread diatomaceous earth all over the carpets, and they've hung those bags of water with pennies in them, and can't understand why they have pest problems. No joke, I had this case where we had cigarette beetles infesting this house. I get there, and there are piles of cinnamon on every shelf, and the floor is brown with cinnamon underneath it. Naturally, I asked, what's going on? They turn to me and go, it's to keep the ants away. Well, they didn't have an ant problem, but the cigarette beetles were sure enjoying that cinnamon. Back to green. The no chemical folks are the ones that want you to kill all the cockroaches, but don't use any poisons. They're inevitably going to have kids or pets or both, and they're terrified of that spray. Apparently, they aren't terrified of the foodborne diseases those pests are spreading through their house, but that's okay. Of course, there are also those do not kill it people. They need you to remove the mice living in their house without using traps or bait. You're just supposed to ask them nicely to leave. My point is, customers don't really know what pest control is. They don't know what it entails and how it's going to affect them. And so naturally, they're a bit worried. That's okay. They should be. So let's whine about the process of green. Honestly, I really don't mind a green service. To me, green is using the product when we need to, where we need to, and in the specific areas they need to go in. Most of our professional products are highly effective. They're going to work in very small doses. We don't need to wash down a kitchen with them. We're going to need some crack and crevice, a little bit of pin streams, bait applications, and for most of our household pests, that's going to be enough. To me, that's pretty environmental, using only a little bit when and where we need to. Products don't get spread around. Good thing. The other side of green is using products that are all natural. These are the products with rosemary oil, clove oil, peppermint oil, some of that plant-derived oil. I don't have a problem with this either, as long as it's understood this stuff is going to smell a bit, it's not going to last as long, and there's going to need to be a lot more product applied and reapplied. Most of these products do kill on contact. They have some repellency. They're going to keep the pests out for a bit. It's fine. Now, as for those don't kill it people, this usually applies to the rodents. They don't care about the insects. Those could die. There are live traps that you can use, but in most cases, you have to check those daily. But hey, if the customer is willing to pay for it, why not? Otherwise, whatever traps you're using, even glue boards, keep those in a station so they don't see the dead rodent or dead lizard or whatever it is on that trap. Moral of the story, green isn't defined, which means you get to decide what your green service is and what it means to your customers. So explain to them what you have, explain to them their program and what it means. And just wait until I get started on whining about all those home remedies. But that's enough. Have your glass, plant that rosemary bush. You can always whine to me about your green challenges. Helpful information down below. Share with all your networks and nemesis. Hit all the social media buttons because we got great stuff in social media. More wine. And until next time, cheers to green pest control.